Hey, welcome back to 1031 Podcast.
What up, guys?
This is Brother Mike Gibson, a.k.a. Gibby, your youth pastor at Faith Baptist of Canton.
And this is Trevor, co-leader-ish at the youth department.
Yeah, this is our intern, Trevor.
I really never know what to say on this. I just kind of like go off the seat of my pants.
You know, I thought about promoting you and not calling you an intern anymore because the intern seems so derogatory.
Thank you. Means a lot.
So I think maybe we'll call you like...
Youth pastor also, I said.
How about assistant to
No.
the youth pastor?
No, assistant youth pastor's better.
To the...
Assistant youth pastor.
Anyway, I thought about that actually. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was talking to Brother Paul at the picnic. Brother Paul Sedlick, shout out, what up, boy? Anyway, and we were like trying to come up with different names that we could call you, and that's
Yes,
one that
talk
came
about
up.
me often.
No,
I have that effect on many men. And women, probably.
Anyway, so we're gonna change your title from the intern to maybe like associate youth pastor.
Associate youth
What
pastor.
about that?
I like that. Because I'm like both associate pastor and youth pastor.
Oh,
That's what I thought. Yeah. It makes me
Great.
kind of special.
Yeah.
I like associate youth pastor.
Associate to the youth
So then
pastor.
does that increase my pay also?
Yeah, we're gonna double your pay.
Oh, double it. Wow. Zero all
Look.
the way up, double to zero.
If you keep it up, we'll even triple it.
No way.
You're doing a great job, man.
Really increase my salary a lot.
Anyway, so today we had a lot of fun today. We went
Yeah.
to our Livewire Senior Citizen Potluck. That was a pretty great experience.
It was.
Man, I tell you what, when pastor's away, the mice will play.
For sure, honestly.
It was the folks at the potluck today were very
Lively.
they were very the live wires were very live
Live
wire.
wires were
They were
lively.
lively. I see that. That was good. Yeah, that was fun. It was they were in unique form today.
The problem
It
with
was
old
great.
people is they don't like talking about like when they're gonna die. It's like when this thing when we all get to heaven. Old people don't like it because like they know it's gonna be soon. So that's like the problem. So then they're like, I don't want to talk about when I'm gonna die. I know it's coming up real fast. It's a problem we have.
That's what they sound like too.
It's just like that. I was
Yeah.
trying to copy one actually.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway. But we had a great time today. It was fun. I even told everybody. I said that this was the most lively I've ever seen them. It was quite rambunctious
How
sometimes.
many jokes about live wires can we use about lively?
I don't know, but it was very powerful. It was electrifying.
It's not the same. It's
Live
like-
wires.
That was a good one. I was
Yeah,
slapping his arm.
That
really
was
hard.
him slapping my
That was-
arm really hard. I'm gonna go get a Band-Aid now, because
A Band-Aid
that
for
heals
the bruise?
I know. Yeah, that's what you do.
Anyway.
So I want everybody to know I'm in a toxic relationship with the assistant to the youth pastor.
Speaking of toxic relationships, here we go on today's topic.
Hey,
Good,
how you like that transition?
I planned it out.
Okay, if you're being beat by anyone, it's not a good relationship.
You're not getting beat at all, Gibby. It's okay.
Okay, so we did decide we were going to talk today about toxic relationships, and that's both dating relationships and friendships. I was looking up some statistics, and it's staggering the number of people, the number of teenagers today that are in toxic relationships, and the things that they go through and they face. It's like 1 in 10 high school students are in toxic relationships. 1 in 10.
That's crazy.
1.5 million people,
Yeah.
high schoolers, admitted to being in that kind of relationship, and there was like 1 in 3 or 1 in 10 students admitted to at some point being hit or slapped or physically abused by a boyfriend or girlfriend. That's harsh. I can never imagine hitting a girl. Ever. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's only guys that are hitting girls, because sometimes girls just lose their mind and hit guys too. This is also not okay.
Yeah.
So if Emily hits you, oh wait.
I'll let you know.
Okay. So he gave me a funny look. But anyway,
I'm
so
kidding. That was a joke, guys.
yes,
That was a
Emily
joke.
is a wonderful young lady.
Truly, she is.
I have given her the stamp of approval from Gibby. So some different thoughts as to how you can know you're in a bad relationship, if it's a toxic relationship. You got any thoughts, Trevor?
Well, we talked about the whatchamacallit and the other whatchamacallit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do. I know about the whatchamacallits.
I'm losing it.
Symptoms?
Sure.
Signs?
Yep. I had it pulled up earlier, and I actually deleted it. So
some things like they take and you give. If it's always a give and take relationship, but it's always you giving and them taking.
yeah,
Or if the person if a friend or boyfriend or girlfriend is, if they don't support who you are.
yeah,
If-
or like
if you have
constant
to-
judgment.
Right.
Yeah.
Like judging on who you are or what you do or how you say things or who you hang out with. You know, if you can't even hang out with other people because they don't want you to,
Yeah,
that's not a good relationship.
or even like a lack of trust with that.
Right.
Especially like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, like if they can even handle you like hanging out with the like opposite sex. Like I get like there's a limit to it, of course.
Right. I would totally be cautious of that too. But,
Yeah, but there's a line.
Right. Like you have several female friends.
Yeah.
And several guy friends.
Yeah, and she also has many guy friends also.
Right. But she would never go out and hang out with just a guy.
No,
Like go out to dinner with another guy without you.
that would make me incredibly uncomfortable.
Right,
And I'd probably
and-
show up at his doorstep
And
with a gun.
You would not, because that would not
I
be
mean,
the Christian
that
thing to
would
do,
not be a
right?
Christian thing to do. I pray for him.
Sometimes we talk out of turn, don't we? Anyway,
The next symptom is just like a lack of communication or continuous disrespect. So if they don't like respect like your thoughts or what you want to do, or if like they kind of like oversee everything you want to do like with their own stuff, it's like over selfishness or selfishness in general. You gotta have a balance in a relationship with that.
yeah, absolutely.
Or if there's never-ending drama in the relationship with other people outside it, or even within the relationship. It's hard to say relationship this many times.
Relationship.
Yeah, I'm not good at talking, so. Or if you're like feelings of unworthlessness. If you just feel like they don't worry about you and you're just not worth anything to them, you're just another person they hang out with, but they just call you a girlfriend or boyfriend. That's just another example of a toxic relationship. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. Well, there's also just a huge lack of awareness out there, and I think a lot of people don't realize that they're in a bad relationship.
Yeah.
And this is friendships too, you know. So the statistics on it is 33% of teens who were actually in a violent relationship never even told anybody about it. So like people aren't even aware that you're in a bad relationship. 81% of parents believe teens dating the violence is not an issue, or admit that they don't even know if it is an issue. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a hard thing to think through and talk about, but we need to make sure that we're thinking about the fact that this is your life, and you don't deserve to be treated poorly.
Yeah.
Remember that there are people around you that can help you. There are people around you that love you and want to love you for who you are. We don't need to be stuck in those kinds of relationships. There's even, I don't know if we said this or not, but it's worthy to be brought up again if we did. Just being in a relationship where you can't be you. If you have to change who you are to be with somebody else, it's not a good relationship. I know of people who've been talking to me about how they're just completely different when they come to youth group, or they're completely different around their families than they are with their friends because their families have one set of standards and their friends have a different, or that's not good relationships to be in.
Yeah.
And while it may not be a toxic relationship, even just being in a relationship with someone who has different values and morals than you do, it's a very fine line to draw as to what is a good relationship. We should always befriend and be nice to other people, even if they're not Christians. I mean, especially if they're not Christians, because that's our opportunity to witness to them.
Yeah.
However, to be considered close friends with them, I think is taking it a little bit too far, because it's so much easier to draw you down than for you to lift them up. So there is a part of the Bible that talks about this, and it's in 3 John, book of 3 John, chapter 1. John is writing to the church, and he's talking about, some great stuff. And he says, starting in verse 9, it says, I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, receiveth this not. He says, like, this one guy, Diotrephes, who is wanting to be in charge. And he's like, he's got preeminence, or he's got first place, or he's the most important, or he's the best, and he says that he doesn't receive Paul, or doesn't receive John. And in verse 10 it says, Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words, and not content therewith, neither doth he himself receive the brethren. And check this out. It says, and forbiddeth them that would, and casteth them out of the church. Like he's trying to be the main person in charge in the church.
Mm-hmm. So the Bible actually talks about like negative people in your life and like toxic relationships a lot. I mean, first thing that comes to mind is in 1 Corinthians, writes, do not be deceived, because bad company ruins good morals. And that's a translation from the KJV, which states, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. See, I'm telling you, I'm not good at talking. But yeah, the Bible talks time and time again about separating yourself from bad people in life. And then in Proverbs, talks about iron sharpeneth iron, so man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So be a good friend, and then find good friends also, so they can sharpen you and be a better Christian. Yeah.
So how do you get out of this relationship? How do you exit yourself from a toxic relationship when we come to the realization? I mean, a lot of people don't even realize that they're in a bad relationship, and that's kind of what we're hoping to bring out today. Like, if you're in a toxic relationship, what is that? How do you recognize that you're in it? Once you do, how do you get out of it?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, you don't want to be in that kind of relationship. You think about the definition of a toxic relationship. I mean, a relationship is a relationship, I guess. But when you think about toxic, it's dangerous. It's like poison, and you would never. I mean, if I gave you a glass of water and I just put like one little drop of cyanide in it, would you still drink it?
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Right. Okay. Jim Jones it is. So you wouldn't drink it because it's got one little bit of cyanide in it.
Yeah.
So why would you be in a relationship that has a poison in it?
Yeah.
It's just, we want to make sure that you have a way to get out of it. So first things first, recognizing that you're in a toxic relationship, and then second is, how do you get out of it? What do you do to exit yourself from the relationship? First thing is to recognize it.
Yeah.
Right. But second is to pull yourself away from it. It's going to be hard if it's a toxic relationship because that person is treating you poorly.
Mm-hmm.
You want to slowly separate yourself from it. If you just instantly distance yourself completely and cut them off completely, there's a chance that they could come after you and demand answers, and quite frankly, you don't owe them answers.
No.
You can pick your own friends, and you can pick your friends, you can pick your boogers. You can't wipe your friends on the couch. That's not cool.
Why do you come up with this stuff?
I don't even know. I keep bad company. Anyway, so you need to pick good friends, and you don't need to have to explain yourself to others as to why or why not.
Yeah.
Why you're their friend or not.
Yeah.
But so you need to decide that they're a bad friend.
Mm-hmm.
You need to distance yourself. Start creating opportunities to separate yourself from the relationship,
mm-hmm.
and then eventually I don't want to say cut them out of your life, because you still want to have opportunity to help them or to even witness to them if they're not saved or whatnot. But just so that you're not completely stuck with that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to create room between you guys. You had to have like distance, but maybe not separation.
Right. Yeah. And then eventually, you need to work out getting them to a point that they recognize what their relationship with you is.
Yeah.
And how little that might be. So, So we hope this has been helpful. Any other thoughts on this?
Not really. I feel like it was pretty.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
So listen, if you have found yourself in a toxic relationship and you need help, contact us.
Or if you think that like you possibly could be in one and you just want to talk about it and just vent to us, we're okay with that too.
Yeah, we're absolutely here to help you.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of our ministry. That's what we do. We're here to help people. Whatever we eat or drink or whatever we do, right?
Yep.
Bring glory to God. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you. We're here to bring glory to God through our ministry. So if we can help you, you can contact us. Check out our website at fbcanton.org/1031, or you can email us at
1031@fbcanton.org. How do you always forget that?
I don't forget. I just want to give you an opportunity to talk.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I steal the show. That's it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or you can reach us at 1031@fbcanton.org, or you can reach me directly, Gibby, at fbcanton.org. And we're here for you.
Yeah.
So,
Always.
always.
Any time of day or night.
Yeah. Even if you want somebody to talk to vent to, go to our website. You can get my phone number, my direct line, and happy to talk you through whatever you're struggling with.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, if you're not saved, if you don't know the Holy Spirit, if you haven't accepted Jesus into your heart, that's something you need to do. That'll help you to identify these external issues that might be in your life, and maybe even help you identify some toxic relationships you might have.
Yep.
So come to Christ. If you don't know for sure you're going to heaven, we'd love to be able to help you walk through that as well. Help you know for sure where your eternity stands. Give us a call, give us an email, comment on this post.
Fax us.
You can fax us.
Ride a dinosaur to my house.
Yeah. Have you seen The Greatest Showman?
Yeah, of course I have.
Of course you have.
I love that
several
movie.
times. My sister-in-law hadn't seen it, so we rented it the other day and watched it.
You didn't invite me over?
I did not invite you over. But I loved toward the end when he went to watch his daughters in ballet.
Oh, and he showed
up on an elephant. I'm like, okay, number one, that's just awesome. But number two, like, what kind of great advertising is that? Right? P.T. Barnum shows up on an elephant. Like, everybody's like, what the? That's awesome. Mommy, I want to ride the elephant. Right?
I guess you're right. I guess.
Advertisement. I don't know how the elephant stays warm in the cold snow, but whatever.
I'm sure they'll be fine. You know how big they are?
A lot of blubber, don't they?
Probably.
A lot of insulation. Anyway, well, that's it from us here at 1031 Ministries. This is Gibby saying peace out.
This is your associate youth pastor,
To the
Trevor, signing off. See you guys.